Oh, the Friday night sports show and Jason the Flowman. I've given him a pizza break. I've got the great man from the Riverland, though, on the line here with us. It is none other than Beaver Venning joining us. And Ben, how are you?
Yeah, good, Wayne. How are you, mate?
Well, with all my excitement in my voice there and everything, I mean, you can't be very excited after losing to the old foe Renmark. What about that? 9-9-63 to 6-9-45 at your home deck of all things. What was the feeling like at the club after that?
Yeah, look, no, it was not a great result. Obviously, we don't like losing at home, and Renmark came down and played some very good footy. It was a close game to start with. We probably missed a couple in that first quarter that, if we kicked them, it was a bit closer, 2-goal 1 to 3 points. Then they kicked a couple in that second quarter to our 1. And then they really sort of dominated us in that third quarter and kicked away 9-goal 8 to 3-7. And then in the end, they didn't score a goal in the last quarter, but we were able to get 3 and made the gap a little bit closer. But look, no, they were just too good. One of their key recruits, and Dan Wolford, was fantastic for him. The other Wolford, Matt, was great as well. Tim Wolford didn't play. He was named, but he didn't play. So he was a big out for them. Garrett played well. Rowe, Sampson, Vater named in their best. Austin up forward, kicking 3, Charlton 2, and the rest singles. For us, Matty Spenceley did his best. He started off really well, playing some great footy. Was best and kicked 3 goals. Craig Miller had his best game for us for a long time across half forward, took a lot of marks and gave us something to kick to, which was great. Kicked the goal as well. Moon's back this week. He wasn't going to play for us this year, and he decided to come back, which is great for us, especially since we've lost Brad Helbig for the rest of the year. He's had to have a knee recon, so that's a huge out for us, losing Brad. Geezer, Tristan Gaiman played a good game as well. Jack Burgermeister was great down back, same as Steve Heusler. They were too good, Wayne. They looked the goods, Renmark, and probably the team to beat this year.
All right, they are. But Berry, they were very good too. 15-10-100 over at Barmera, beat them 8-9-57 by the Lakeside. And I tell you what, Michael Voigt for Berry gave them something up forward with 5, and they look all right, don't they?
Yeah, no, Berry have definitely improved, and we saw that the week before. They took it right up to us. We probably just had that little bit of cream at the end to finish the game off and end up winning by 3 or 4 goals. But, look, they're a good side. They've recruited well. Matt Hodge has been a great, inclusion to their side. Tom Jolly, who's probably hadn't played much in the last few years because of injury, he's back in and playing some good footy. He was 4th best. Hodgie, like I said, was 2nd best. Teasdale, he's been playing at Berry now for quite a few years and a great player. He was named their best. Penaluna, Wesley and Eagle, they're other better players. And like I said, Voigt kicking 5 up forward gave him something to kick to. And, Voigt's always sort of played down back, especially in his earlier years, and made the move forward now. And maybe it was a great decision by Ridgeway to do that. Matty Hodge and Minchella kicking 2 as well, the rest singles. Barmera probably going to struggle a little bit this year. They've got some good players in there. Mason Middleton, obviously. They'd love to have him forward more, but he'll be in the ruck. Jake Smith, always been a great player for him. Butterworth's a good player. Hay, Packer and Millington, they're other better players, but unfortunately for them, it probably drops away a bit quicker than other clubs like your Renmarks and your Loxtons and your Wakery. And in this case, it just showed on the day. I mean, 15-10 to 8-goal 9 is a big win by the Demons, and it could be a long year for the Barmera Monash boys.
I reckon it's a similar situation with the Loxton game to Loxton North. It was a 15-10 to 7-5 win, and the Tigers, it was the Gutschke and Harder show. Luke Harder boots 8. Will Gutschke absolutely in top form through the middle, and Loxton look all right too.
Yeah, no, this was, and played on the lights as well. Loxton got new lights there in Loxton, and so they asked Loxton North if they wanted to push the game back, and so played on the lights, which we haven't had much night footy in the Riverland for a while now. But yeah, Loxton have, they got a great side. And this new guy, Luke Harder, comes in 2nd best, kicks 8. Gives them something to kick to, and it's proven in probably the previous premierships I've been involved in. If you've got a forward that can kick goals, it just goes so much, of the way of winning the game. And, for us in the past, it was Daniel Nobes. For Loxton, it looks like it could be this harder. And I've seen photos of him. He's a big boy. I'm not looking forward to standing him in a few weeks. Get the job. Like you said, Gutschke's in great form. Bates, Evans, Fisher, Millard back in play now. Their coach across half back. They've got a great side now, Loxton, and only went down to Renmark the week before by 8 points, so they did better than Waikerie. So I think it's going to be a good year for them. Loxton North could be a long year for them as well. I mean, Barmer beat them the week before, and, we just seen Barmer get flogged by Berry, basically. So it could be a long year for them. I know they get Benny Grieger, his name this week, so he's a huge in for them. But, it could be a long year for the Barmer and the Loxton North teams. But no, great win by Loxton.
Oh, it was. Okay. Now, this is not far away from my 500th show. It's taking, 22 years. Now, if that means that we've got around 23, 24 shows a week, if a bloke out on the field's umpiring and he reaches 500 games, he's been doing it more than 25 years, Beaver. And I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about Todd Charlton, one of our umpires.
Yeah, no, well done. Your maths is spot on then, Wayne. My quick maths is about 27, 28 years. So on the amount of games we play a year. So no, congratulations to Todd Charlton. It's been a great umpire for the league for many years. Obviously, a lot of people don't agree with some of his decisions, but he, to notch up 500 games is an awesome achievement and something that he should be very proud of.
Really should be. Okay, this week's match is your tips. Loxton play Berry at Loxton. I've gone with the black and gold.
Yes, absolutely. I think Loxton are up and about. The big question is who's going to go to and shut down harder up forward. That'll be the real big question for Berry. But look, as many of the reasons I went through before, they've got talent all over the ground. Gutschke's in great form. Millard across half back. Berry have improved and definitely look better than in previous years. But I just think Loxton this year on paper look like the goods.
All right, Renmark play North. Could be a blowout up at the Rovers Oval.
Yeah, look, Renmark should win this comfortably. North, like I said, I got Benny Grieger back in, so it's good to see Greg's out running again for Loxton North, Lamaroo boy. But yeah, look, Renmark just too good. Showed it against Waikerie last week and will be the team to beat this year by the looks. Okay, the Burgermeister boys have been named in the side for Waikerie. It's Matthew Spenceley, Big Beaver Venning's also there. Stevie Braun, the tug of war down back that he will be involved with. I'm going to go for your boys to come up trumps against the other boys who are Barmer and Monash. Yeah, I hope so, Wayne. Obviously we want to bounce back from last week. Disappointing game. We'll have a few out this week. There's a wedding on, and one of the guys works in the mine, so he'll be out. So there's a couple outs. We'll get a few back in as well, though. We got Shawnee Smythe back in. He's had COVID, so he's back in now, which will be good for the team. Jake Collins will stay around for one more week. He came to play with Craig Miller last week, and we worked out he had one more game to play 50 A-grade games for Waikerie, so he's going to stay around for one more week and have a game, so that'll be good. Won't take him lightly, though. Obviously, Big Mason Middleton, Jake Smith playing some good footy for him as well. So, but hopefully at home we can respond from last week's disappointment and get a win. All right. Quick one into Independent Sedan. Cambrai thrashed Brownswell last week 21-15 to 7-5 and 14-15 to Blanchetown Swan Reach over Ramco 6-7. Wonka absolutely thrashed Baringa 20 goals 25 to 3-1. And so that brings us to your tips this week. Ramco and Brownswell. Ramco not going so flash at the moment. No, look, it was a surprise last week. I knew Blanchetown Swan Reach were playing all right, but to win, basically by 8 goals last week's a huge win by BSR. So Ramco want to turn that around. Obviously up against Brownswell. Brownswell had a big loss last week to the Sedan Cambrai, so I'm expecting Roosters will bounce back and win that one. Match of the round. It's going to be a beauty at Cambrai. Wonka haven't lost yet, and they come up against the Magpies. Yeah, huge win by them last week, 145 to 19, so they're up and about. Obviously, Sedan Cambrai, they had a huge win as well. They did lose, though, to BSR the week before, so this will be interesting to see, where that top four is going to shape up early in the season. Even though it's at Sedan Cambrai, I've just got a feeling the Bulldogs will get up in this one, Wayne. I think they'll travel over there, and just looking at some of the form and the players they've picked up, I think they've got a good chance of winning, so I'm going to stick with the Bulldogs. And what about this? The Swans come to Blanchetown Swan Reach at Blanchetown Oval. Redbacks, I think, might just bite those Paringa Swans. Yeah, I think so, Wayne. Redbacks look good, up and about, beating the Roosters. Obviously, the Swans struggling a little bit at the moment, coming off a huge loss to Wonka. So I think Blanchetown will have a pretty easy win there.
Oh, it's a good weekend of Riverland football. I'll tell you what, I'm going to head out to the pizza in a moment because I'm going to leave you, Big Beaver, and get back to what you've got happening and preparing for the big match and at Riverland over the weekend. We'll catch up with you next week.
Good on you, Flowman.